Hey babies. Alright, so this is part 2, right? We're back to part 1 to catch up. Now, the last 2 cards that came out from part 1 was the Devil and the Ten of Swords in reverse. And what again was hidden, what was hidden from you was your own codependencies. Okay? And I feel like you may have been in survival mode more than anything, right? Instead of really healing from whatever the situations are or releasing yourself from unhealthy attachments and patterns and things like that, you and I'm not gonna say I feel like you've been doing the work too. I mean, not gonna totally, cut that out, right? But at some point it's like it was still there. It's still there. It's like when you're in survival mode, you're constantly always you're overcoming things, but you're moving forward, but you in this energy of despair. And it's like being in safe mode. That's basically what it is. It's like you're operating in a survival mode or the safe mode because of the trauma, right, from the past, from the prolonged grief. And it pushes you into this state here where you're always trying to protect yourself. Thank you, Spirit. You go, and that's the word. It's like you go into protective mode, like you're trying to protect yourself. But essentially, it's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. I mean, we've all experienced, a lot of trauma, and instead of healing from it, it's like, again, you go into this trauma response. It's like that fight or flight, or that, freeze and fawn, whatever the result is, or whatever your body starts to do, it starts to only function that way. It's a trauma response, if that makes sense. Okay. And that's exactly what Spirit was trying to get you to see, was for you to face that you were still holding on to the trauma of the past. Okay. That you were actually operating in survival mode. Okay. So, yeah, that's interesting. Thank you. Tell me more about the survival mode. Look at that. The Devil. It's like you're so accustomed to operating in this energy, right? Again, but that's basically, the Devil will represent ego. It will represent codependencies, things of that nature. It can represent a whole bunch of stuff. But instead of you really fully releasing yourself from that, it's an addiction. That's what codependency basically is. It's an addiction, whether it's an addiction to a substance or it's addiction to a pattern. And I feel like, again, it's a force of habit. That's just what it is. And don't, beat yourself up or anything for it, because you've always done the best that you can with the information that you were given, or whatever is available to you in that moment. Okay, so yeah, and what it ends up doing is it makes your emotional regulation just literally go out the window. Okay, you may feel extremely drained. All right, as well, you may have memory issues. Multitasking becomes challenging, okay? And those are early indicators that you may be headed in for, or already in survival mode if you start to feel that way, all right? So just kind of be aware of those symptoms so that you can be able to push yourself into a different response. And the King of Pentacles reverse, I feel like you've had so many reverse, King of Pentacles in your life. The instability, you automatically are in, again, survival mode. You don't feel safe. So you try to protect yourself and you get tied up, and then your emotions go. It's like so much that's coming to me. But have compassion for yourself, because that's what it's about. Self-compassion. It's okay. Let yourself, you know, make mistakes. Give yourself permission to be human, right? King of Cups comes out. Give yourself permission to love on yourself, right? But you got to have a balanced heart, okay? You got to be able to balance head and heart, basically. And then when you're out of balance emotionally and you're overwhelmed and you're anxious and you start to feel oppressed, then this blocks you from being able to get to your new beginning, okay? So just kind of become more self-aware of those things. Change your own self-talk, okay? Use positive affirmations, things like that. That's what helps you to come out of survival mode, okay, or come out of that emotional anxiety. The Two of Cups comes up upright when it comes to this connection, because what you two really actually have, it's a strong connection. It's mutual. That's interesting, you know, it's very mutual. But again, that trauma response is what causes you to feel like it's not mutual. That fear kicks in and you start to believe, okay, something's wrong. Let me hurry up and get up out of this situation. It's almost like this self-sabotaging energy. Okay, so yeah, pay attention to what you're going through, what you're experiencing. And again, it's like survival mode may include constant high anxiety. You're very anxious. It could be depression that doesn't subside at all, right? You know, we can have situational depression, but we know how to kind of like bounce back out of it, especially during the winter time. But if it doesn't subside, you find that you're having a lot of relationship challenges, inability to trust others, difficulty achieving like daily tasks in your life, or you have angry outbursts. That's an indication there that your survival mode button is on, okay, or about to be switched on because of a traumatic experience or high levels of constant stress. So this is a time, you know, when that happens, especially in a connection like you have with this person, it's time for you to love on yourself, right? To bring that balance and that harmony towards yourself, to have that self-compassion. Start loving on you. So it's spirit is really trying to teach you how to get out of this survival mode, to really truly heal from it at the root. Okay, because again, this, sorry, my phone rang, y'all. That's why I kind of like blinked out a little bit, but let's see. Manifestations. Woo, comes out. Your wish is about to come true. You're in manifestation mode, so you put yourself back in the right energy, or you know, spirit is trying to help you, or your spirit team, universe, however, it's trying to help you to get back in the right energy so that you can manifest. Okay, it says showers of blessings are yours. You are a rainmaker, master manifester, shapeshifter, alchemist, and sorceress. Open your hands and your heart. Yes, make it rain. You are manifesting big. This has been a long time coming. You are co-creator with spirit. Match that energetic frequency, the ash of your desires. You are magnetic, and like attracts alike. Raise your vibration to align with the sacred. Close your eyes and see your blessings. Feel them in your bones. Act, believe, act, allow, receive. And start to declare divine blessings flow to me so easily. Okay? That's what's blocking your manifestations. All right. Everything I spoke about, go back, you know, rewind, however, so that you can catch that, because my last few readings have literally been talking about that collectively and for Virgo, okay? Why you're not manifesting what you've been praying for, all right? But whatever storm you're going through right now, it's bringing in major changes, and with the changes that it's bringing in, it's clarity, honeys, for you, okay, about your role in your story, okay, and what's preventing you from getting into this next phase of your life with ease and grace. All right, y'all, I love you. Hit the like button.